We are going to build a statue in Argyle Park in Babylon Village called the Bayman. The Bayman is representative of the hundreds of young people who clammed the Great South Bay, particularly during the years of the 1960s and 1970s. It was a very productive the clamming years in the Great South Bay. What we want to do is we want to take a look at several things that a statue would bring to Babylon Village of the Bayman. One, its historic value. The fact that we are looking at an era that is now gone, but it's our recent history. We have the fountain, we have the gazebo, we have gaslight lamps throughout Babylon Village. They represented another era.
Clamming in Babylon Village has a rich and lustrous history. Clamming was not only a way to make a living, but also a way of life.
I became a clammer because, number one, I really had a love for the bay because my father started me out on the bay. The thing about clamming that was so satisfying was that each day when you left the slip, got out on the bay and anchored up and worked probably 6 or 7 hours, sometimes more, you came home, you sold the clams, and there was a strong feeling of satisfaction because you had started with nothing. And then at the end of the day, you were paid, and this was a great feeling. It gave you a feeling of accomplishment.
This is the 1960s, 1970s, and many people in Babylon Village will remember those days when the young people would go out to their clam boats, they'd go out, you could literally walk across the Great South Bay, boat to boat to boat. That's how many people were out there clamming, and it was a life that people loved. And after that, the young people would get together in the evening and talk about the day's events, what we're going to do tomorrow, where you're going to go, where's the best and most productive locations, and it was fun.
Babylon is a most unique village. Clamming gave many of the people still living here the incentive to work hard, to be self-reliant. Many of these people journeyed off to other professions. One of the former superintendents of schools in the area spent much of his time clamming. And the statue should mean a great deal to the village of Babylon because clamming has influenced for a great number of people something that can never be taken away from them. The Bayman statue is a great honor to the clammers and residents of Babylon.
The Bayman will be located in Babylon on the shores of the Charles River. It will be the second heroic-sized bronze displayed in the village by sculptor Jose Fernandez. It is scheduled to be installed July 2017.
The Bayman statue represented a time when young people clammed the bay every day, and it was clean, it was productive. It actually brought people together, and we want to make sure that the future is bright for the bay, and we want to make sure that we celebrate the history of the bay and that we're working to make it better once again.
For those of us who love the bay, we will try to continue to do our very best to keep the bay clean. We hope that we can convince our friends, and especially the youngsters of today, to do their very best in keeping the bay clean.
To donate to the Bayman statue, you write out a check, you bring it down to the Village Hall in Babylon Village, written to the Babylon Beautification Society. In the memo portion of the check, you write the Bayman statue, or just click below.